Okay, folks, so we have now talked about solving systems of equations using the substitution method. So that means that we can fill out one of our flippables. So I'm going to open up my notebook. We're talking about solving systems of equations, so I'm going to go to my page 8. And here it is. And now I'm starting to think, now maybe pasting pages back to back might not be the best idea. Just thinking. So I'm going to leave that up to you. Just make sure that you number your pages in a way that makes sense. So we've talked about substitution. So let's write out those steps. I'm going to bring this down a little bit. So, first step says at least one of the equations that we're working with must be in the x equals form or the y equals form. Okay. So let's take for our example for our system. Y equals 4x and 2x plus 3y equals 28. So we've got those two things. So what we're going to do is we're going to substitute. That's why we call it the substitution method. Well, in this case, since we have y equals, we're going to say it's substitute the y value here into the other equation, meaning this one, any place we see a y. So, for example, using our system, instead of this y down here, the 3y, we're going to write, instead of 3 times y, we're going to have 3 times 4x, because y is the same thing as 4x. So write 2x plus 3 times 4x equals 28. Okay, and now I'm just going to solve this until I get a value of x. So I'm going to simplify this multiplication right here. So I have 2x plus 12x, that has to equal 28. Simplify our like terms, or combine our like terms. 2x's plus 12x's is going to give me 14x's. That has to equal 28. And now I don't care about 14x's, I only care about 1. So I'm going to divide by that 14. And we get x equals 2. So that's pretty cool. Not too bad. What are we going to do with that? Well, we're going to do another substitution. We're going to substitute your answer into the equation you started with. So we're going to take our x equals 2 and solve for the other variable. So we know that x equals 2. We want to find out what y is. So we're going to look at that one. We've already played with this one. So we're going to look at this one. So we have y equals 4 times, substitute the x with 2. So 4 times 2, we get y equals 8. So our solution here that we think is going to be 2, 8. That. And if we're right, whoops, sorry about that, guys. If we're right, then when we check the solution in both original equations, we're going to see, take the first one that says y equals 4x. So I'm going to say, does 8 equal 4 times 2? So let's simplify this 4 times 2. 8 equals 8. Okay, good job there. Pretty satisfied. Check the other one. So we've got 2x plus 3y equals 28. Okay, so x is 2, so I have 2 times 2 plus 3 times y is 8, so 3 times y. Is that going to be 28? Well, 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 8 is 24. And we're hoping that that equals 28. Well, 4 plus 24, last time I checked, 28 equals 28. So we have just completed our flippable on substitution. And then later in the week, we'll be talking about a system or a technique called elimination. Our curriculum calls it something different. It's the same thing, but be aware of those other words. But we'll talk about it a little bit more when we get to this flippable. So thanks for your time, and I look forward to seeing your picks.